Yo, what's good? This is Casey for L King Self for Life Wrestling Takes, and you're now watching Casey for L Wrestling Takes Show. Hey, what's good, everybody? This is your boy Casey King Self for Life. Yes, this is Sunday morning. I'm like a whole week late. I didn't do my usual Wednesday night Dynamite review because I was out. Then I was supposed to come back on Thursday. I was out. Then Friday I was out. So I was extremely out late, handling business, doing what I got to do. And when I get in, your boy's just tired. I want to come on here. I want to give you my honest take right after everything that happens. But like I said, I'm out here in the business. Got to do what I got to do. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to come on here and just talk all things wrestling. So this is going to be a recap of everything. I'm talking about Raw, talk about SmackDown, talk about Dynamite and Rampage, and overall, just the feeling of where we're heading. Because this is right now we're supposed to be on the road to Elimination Chamber, and we're supposed to be on the road to Revolution. Sorry about that. Monday Night Raw, I watched it, and honestly, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know, man. People are excited about Cody Rhodes. They really are. To me, whole thing is just forced. Him and Paul Heyman tried to have a little conversation, and both of them got to crying, and everybody said the promo was outstanding. Now, the whole promo was about Dusty Rhodes. It had nothing to do with Cody. It was all about Dusty. All about Dusty. About why Dusty was basically making scraps at a car dealership because he didn't have anything, and he was just trying to make a car payment. Meanwhile, Paul Heyman gave him a job, and then all of this about Cody trying to get the titles is because Dusty had taught Roman and he never taught him, and all this. And I'm like, they desperately trying to get us to care about Cody. It's not going to work, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, man. I'm honestly right now, I don't really have absolutely no interest in whatever Cody and Roman do going in the rest of my. I don't. I'm and people gonna say I'm a hater. People gonna say I'm tripping. No, man. I'm honestly, I'm not. I tried. I wanted to get invested, and everything is just ruined. everything, and especially what happened on Friday Night SmackDown. The only two great things on SmackDown, which I'll talk about when I get there, but it's just not gonna work for me, ladies and gentlemen. And at this point, man, I just hope Roman retains. I hope Roman, because we know Sammy not beating that man. Like, let's call it for what it is. We already know this before going conclusion. Jay trying to play this thing off, and y'all supposed to get me to be mad at Jay because what he got to do, and it's gonna be so fake, man. It's the whole thing is gonna be fake. Like I said, but listen, if y'all love this, y'all can enjoy it all you want. I'm not trying to be a party pooper because some of y'all think this is outstanding, this is great, and we need to be happy and we need to be excited. Nah, I'm good, ladies and gentlemen. I'm good. I'm gonna watch it. I'm definitely gonna watch it. I'm going to cover it because that's what this channel is. This channel covers wrestling. That's what I do. I cover wrestling, even if I don't like said things that's happening on wrestling. I'll cover it. I'll talk about it and give my honest take on the whole situation. But yeah, I watched it. I really did. I listened to every word, and both him and Paul Heyman sitting up there crying all day. And it's funny. Cody even mentioned Sammy, said that maybe Sammy might beat Roman, therefore then it'll be him. And I'm like, man, stop it. Just stop it. We know damn well Sammy not beat Roman. We know it's a foregone conclusion, ladies and gentlemen. It's a foregone conclusion. So Sammy's coming back to his old school theme, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna cut his hair. He's gonna come in, he's gonna look like the old Sami Zayn, and the fans are gonna go completely berserk. So Jay showed up on SmackDown, helped Jimmy retain the tag team titles, no Roman in sight. Then after they won, they beat Braun Strowman and Ricochet. They beat him. I mean, obviously you knew it. But here's the deal, ladies and gentlemen. This what just gets me to, like, what's the whole point of Sheamus and Drew tag teaming if they not gonna be the ones to win the tag team titles? I'm serious, man. I'm honestly serious right now. Like, what is the point? And then when Jay returned on SmackDown, he got a reception just like Sammy did. And this is the whole idiotic part. The man is so over, man. People, listen. I see cases for Jay being the guy to dethrone Roman. It makes sense. If you don't want to go to Sammy route, you can go to Jay route. And ladies and gentlemen, some of y'all fools must have forgot. Roman hasn't even hit 1,000 days yet. So regardless what, Roman must walk out of WrestleMania with the titles. He has to. If Sammy's not getting integrated into the situation, Roman definitely got to walk out of WrestleMania because he hasn't hit 1,000 days yet. Once he hits that 1,000-day mark, then we can start potentially setting up somebody to take the title off of him. But this whole thing about trying to force Cody down our throats, man, it's just not popping. Y'all can act like it's all great and all, but it's just not, man. It's the injury screwed him. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you right now. Y'all want to say I sound like a hater? No, I'm just telling you the truth. The injury screwed him up. Sammy's situation got up. Jay's situation got up. And I'm supposed to be mad at Jay for what he's about to do to Sammy at the Elimination Chamber. I'm not. I can't. And then we're gonna have to settle for Jimmy and Jay losing the tag team titles to Sammy and Kevin Owens. Like that's gonna be an epic storytelling. No, this is gonna be hot garbage. The match is gonna be great, but ain't nobody gonna care about that. And then you're gonna kill any momentum that Jay has for being the true main eventer that he could potentially be. This is why I say this whole thing is out of whack because we're trying to force Cody down everybody's throat. Cody Cena. That's shout out to my main man OTR Essential who coined that name. He truly is Cody Cena. Fruity Pebble 3.0 because we already know who 2.0 is. 2.0 is who this clown Austin Theory is. That's Fruity Pebbles 2.0. Fruity Pebbles 3.0 is Cody Rhodes, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, it is, like I said, I'm just telling y'all what's to come. It's unfortunate. It is a very unfortunate situation. The man got hurt. I guarantee you, if Cody never got hurt, Cody Rhodes more than likely would have been the guy to join the bloodline. It would have made more sense with him trying to join because then he goes on to win the Royal Rumble. Now it makes sense for him to be the guy to potentially take the titles off of Roman. Nah. Just because he was out, so we integrate him in. He wins a lackluster Royal Rumble, and we supposed to be happy. We supposed to sell it for less. We supposed to sell it for less as the wrestling fan. We're supposed to sell it for less. That's what WWE is trying to tell us. See, I've been watching wrestling too long to understand that it's all about the momentum and it's all about the story. It ain't just about the wrestling. Listen, I love AEW, but one thing AEW lacks is the fact that listen, when I get there, I'm going to talk about it because personally, I think Dynamite was a smash. Tony Khan hit the nail on the coffin when it came to Dynamite. Rampage is a completely different story. I get there when I talk about AEW. But TK just needs to step it up when it comes to selling these stories. WWE is the one edge that they have. They have the fact that they can tell stories, but see, WWE does retarded stuff. They tell stories, and sometimes they do stuff that makes absolutely no sense. So the story can be seeming like it's going somewhere, but then they throw a monkey wrench in there, and it just messes everything up. Now you're feeling some kind of way for all the wrong reasons. You understand? But listen, man. I watched SmackDown and the promo work. Sammy, Jay, Paul Heyman. It's like these two that you see in front of you right here. They the two hottest baby faces right now. Even though Jay is in a faction that's a heel faction, Jay and Sammy are the two. Man, dude, Sammy and Jay is more of a tag team than Sammy and Kevin Owens. You see how backwards this whole thing is? It's just backwards, man. It's so backwards. I'm telling y'all, man. It's not looking good going into WrestleMania right now, y'all. It's not. It ain't looking too good, man. It's not. Man, like I said, I wanted to have hope, but now that we already know what kind of foolish crap we getting ready to get, I'm like, it is what it is, man. So I said my piece. I told you the bold-faced truth how I felt. Because shout out to my cat, this dude named Matt that asked me, because he saw me tweet about it, and I said that y'all can enjoy Cody and Roman all you want. I just have absolutely no desire to see it, none whatsoever. I have no interest. I'm going to watch it, but I have absolutely no interest in it because it just feels like there's absolutely nothing there. If crying about Dusty and Paul Heyman crying about Dusty is what's supposed to get me to have some, feel some kind of way about Cody defeating Roman, that's not going to do it, man. That ain't going to do it. Listen, man, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it makes no sense either way because Roman can't lose, period. He can't. He hasn't even hit 1,000 days. See, I wasn't even thinking about that at first, but he hasn't reached 1,000 days with the Universal title. See, if they only mentioned that Cody wanted the WWE Championship, then it would have made sense. But he said he want the WWE Undisputed Champion. I mean, he want both titles. Listen, after Sammy gets screwed, because we know he gets screwed, whatever they try to do to get us to feel some kind of way or have some sympathy for Cody, they can drive. It ain't going to work. And these idiots that's in the IWC that have absolutely no idea what's over and what's not because they go based on what they hear. And y'all don't understand how WWE is the king of making it seem like fans are cheering or booing. They got that little button that they press and it makes it seem like people is cheering. No. People told me that they was at the show and they said they was really booing. So I don't want to hear this foolishness talk about Cody still over. No, that's for right now. That's for right now, man. Y'all listen, we what about the 7 weeks? 7 weeks left? 7 weeks. And we gotta get Sammy. The number one goal is to get Sammy away from Roman. That's the number one goal. But it's an unfortunate finish. It's very unfortunate, So anyway, that's all the WWE news, all that. Let's talk about AEW. So let's go ahead. Let's break down. So apparently CM Punk teasing he coming back. I mean, I told y'all he was coming back a long time ago. Yeah, so, okay, so Dynamite. All right, let's talk about Dynamite. So overall, for me, I think this was one of the best episodes of Dynamite TK done put on in a long time. However, he still needs to figure out how to get a story going before the match, because Tony Khan just loves to jump right into the wrestling. He just jumps right in. It's like, dog, man, we don't have to always jump right into the wrestling, man. Please just let us sink our teeth into something serious, man. We supposed to be on the road to Revolution, dude. And I'm gonna be 1,000% with you. It's like I'm excited, but I'm not, because it's like the only thing we know is MJF and Bryan. That is the only thing we know, and more than likely, what's about to take place with the AEW Tag Team titles. That's it. It seems like everybody else is just in limbo right now. They trying to figure out, okay, what we gonna do here. So Jamie Hayter and the Bunny, they had a decent match, but unfortunately, Jamie got hurt. Bunny got hurt. When Jamie fell right on top of her, it looked like they said she got a concussion and she may have an audible bone. So that's the bone that holds our eye socket up. I pray she okay. You know, but man, like I said, one thing the girls got to do, and this is not the knock against the women. This is just any wrestler, period. We got to be able to protect our fellow opponents in the ring. We had to, because what happened with notice, we still ain't heard nothing about Anna Jay, and that was like 4 or 5 weeks ago. We ain't heard nothing. She ain't really been tweeting. I think she's just been liking stuff, but she ain't really tweet nothing. The girls just got to be careful going to nothing. And the fact that we are on our way to a all-female blood and guts match, we gotta figure out how to protect our opponents. Yes, I know you're trying to beat the snot out of them, but we gotta protect them. We have to. The crowd in Texas, they was hot. El Paso, Texas, hot as heck. Did what they had to do. Like I said, you know the show was off the chain when the crowd going nuts. This is the one thing that the AEW has over the WWE crowds. They crowds just go nuts. Now, it's some crowds that AEW go to, like I said, the Kentucky show, and then I think they was in what was it, one part of Ohio or something. They was kind of weak, but for the most part, it seemed like wherever they go, them fans just go completely crazy. They go nuts, and that's what makes a great show. If the fans is into the show, you know you got a hot show. Now, people gonna say, well, Tony Khan got the button. Now listen, yeah, TK got the button, but he don't use it like how WWE does. WWE, they use it way too much. This was one of the hottest wrestling episodes because it seemed like everybody was putting on classes. Everybody. It seemed like everybody, whoever got in the ring with one another, they just was banging. Everybody. People was complaining about the blood. Now, I didn't really care about Bryan because Bruce was paid to murder Bryan. So him busting him open, I didn't have a problem with that. Yes, AEW does use a lot of too much blood because that's one of their biggest issues. I'll pull back on the blood. I'm not saying don't use it, because blood and wrestling go hand in hand. That's what made me really invested in wrestling back in the day when cats was getting busted open left and right. I mean, I lost count how many times Shawn Michaels and The Rock was getting busted open. I mean, it didn't even make no sense. But yeah, the blood, like I said, you don't have to do it all the time, but just do it when it matters. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk about something. Okay, yeah. So the trios match, AR Fox, Top Flight, Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, phenomenal match. They did work. MJF and Konosuke Takeshita. Listen, man. Put the All Atlantic Championship on Takeshita. We listen, Takeshita just been balling, man, and MJF is showing that he can go. Look, one of the problems that cats have with MJF is the fact that he isn't on quote unquote Roman Reigns level. Let me tell you something. MJF is just barely scratching the surface right now. I mean, look, every time I see MJF, yeah, I want to beat the brakes off of myself, but he's doing his job. He makes you want to see him get jumped, and he's a great seller, you know. I'm really looking forward to him and Bryan going a whole hour. But like CK, if they go on a whole hour, that just tells me we don't need 15,000 matches on the show. We do not. I told you, I'm cool with 10. Heck, if you just want to give me 8, that's fine. I'm cool. I don't need 15. I don't need 13. I don't need all that. I don't. You give me 10, I'm good. 2 on the pre-show, 8 on the main card. Perfect. Perfect. Now is the time to start announcing matches. Whoever got beef with whoever, we need to figure out, all right, they going on the card or they not going on the card. And if you go on there, your story must be relevant enough to go on the show. Like the main event. The main event, the tag team title situation, they made you think that Billy Gunn was going to turn on the Acclaim. But because of distractions and because of my man Stephen getting knocked out, the Guns cheated and they are now your new AEW Tag Team Champions. Now, Fools was online crying, talking about Tony Khan messed up. He made a terrible decision. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all must not... Hold on. Look here. Look, I get on his case when he doesn't tell the right story, when he just do anything. Ladies and gentlemen, after wrestling, you supposed to feel some kind of way, especially when it's a team that you absolutely enjoy, that you like, and they lose. You're supposed to feel some kind of way about the situation. We all know that we running this back. They gonna definitely run this back. But see, a lot of people ain't paying attention to FTR. FTR is around the corner. The Guns do have beef with FTR. Now, I'm not sure if this is gonna lead to a triple threat or Billy Gunn and the Acclaim are about to be finished. And Billy Gunn is going to align himself with the Guns temporarily. And they'll temporarily hold the titles until Double or Nothing. You know. So it's almost like it's kind of good for the Acclaim to chase. Because it seemed like they was just going on with emotions now. Do the Acclaim need Billy? In a way, but you know what? I think they didn't graduate. They're so over. They're so protected that losing right here, I didn't have a problem with. But we're not going to do this. We're not going to have them lose just to get the titles back in Revolution. To me, that would be stupid. That would be utter stupid. That would be dumb. Then I'll go off on TK, say, TK, don't pull that foolish stuff like that. We need the Acclaim to chase. That's the best story you can tell right now. But I didn't have a problem with it because we were supposed to feel some kind of way. Yeah, I was complaining, but I was complaining in a good way. That's how you know you're doing your job right. You doing your job right when cats is feeling some kind of way because a certain team that lost you like and you feel some kind of way like, oh man, I wanted them to win. That's called wrestling 101, man. Now, like I say, when it comes to everything else, Rampage, decent promos on the show, but man, I don't know. I like I said, I like Rampage, but man, it's sometimes, man, Rampage is very tough to watch. It really is. It is, and this is the crazy part. I did. Now this is gonna sound like I'm out of my mind crazy. When it came to this particular week, I actually like Rampage better than SmackDown. Why? SmackDown had maybe 2 decent matches on the show and 2 decent promos. The rest of the show, it was missable. It was skippable. Rampage, on the other hand, you had certain things taking place. Like, I love the whole situation that happened with the women. Look here. You had Ruby sitting up there looking as if she didn't know what to do. Because Ruby seems to have a relationship with all 4 of these girls. She's tight with all 4 of them, and she really didn't know who to help out. And I love the story. The story right there is Ruby Soho. And I've seen people complaining about Sorare and Tony. Listen, man. Right now, they're trying to portray the evil grumpy old women who left WWE and think that they run the place. Like, they supposed to have everything. They supposed to have all the titles. They supposed to have all this. They supposed to have all that. Look here. The AEW original storyline is going to affect the AEW title picture moving forward. Because think about this. We know Britt Baker is always going to be a heel. But as of right now, she's a babyface. because the way how Tony Khan is pushing the story, he's pushing the story to try to tell you that the AEW originals are the faces, while the evil ex-WWE superstars are evil women that's just on some bull jive. Meanwhile, you got an ex-WWE superstar who was mainly known for being WWE, but she really didn't get a WWE run. She was just there for like a cup of water and then disappeared. She doesn't know if she wants to be an AEW original or she wants to be an ex-WWE superstar. And that's the whole storyline going on with that. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you this. We have no idea who else is finna join the storyline. Nobody's talking about Sheeta right now. Nobody's talking about Thunder Rosa. And whenever she gets through with New Japan, nobody's talking about Mercedes. And nobody's talking about Miss Naomi, who decided to leave WWE too. See, everybody was so focusing on Mercedes that when nobody talking about Naomi, nobody was talking about Naomi. So I'm like, are both of them coming over together? I don't know. I have no clue. But I'm telling you right now, I'm watching this. I say this is great because people be talking about how AEW women's division is like lackluster and everything. I say this. When it comes to the wrestling, a lot of them are great, and then some of them still need work. Like I said, it do be a lot of botches that they be happening with the women, so I can say that, yes, so they definitely need work. But I'm going to tell you this, I'm more invested in the AEW women's locker room than I am in the WWE locker room, women's locker room, because Triple H and them have absolutely no idea what they doing over there. None whatsoever. I really have no... Listen, Charlotte tried to cut a promo with Michael Cole about what she going to be doing with Rhea and all this. And I was invested, but now it seemed like they done switched it up. And so here's the deal. We know Rhea's on heel mode, right? But see, now we know that Charlotte has always been a heel, but they was trying to push her as a babyface. So it's almost like they really don't know what they're doing with that. And then obviously, we finna figure out what we gonna do with the Raw Women's title coming to WrestleMania. Because obviously, Bianca ain't doing nothing until whoever she gets after whoever wins the women's Elimination Chamber match. I'm going with Asuka. It just seems to be the right pick, but it could be somebody else. They can go ahead and give us Carmella again. Oh, I care. And if that's the case, I wouldn't even give a crap about the match. But I'm more invested in what's going on with the women in AEW than I am in WWE. And it shouldn't be like that. I should be invested in the women in both companies. But yeah, it's like I said, man, it's Rampage could be done so much better if certain things that happen on Dynamite transpire over on Rampage, and you don't do, because you only have 1 hour. TK's trying to do 50 million things in 1 hour, and that's what he's gonna have to cut out. He's gonna have to subtract what we can do in an hour's time versus what we do on 2 hours that's live. Trying to do 50 million things in 1 hour when it's taped, it's just gonna be a bunch of garbage. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have some decent stuff that's gonna happen. Like I told you, like I'm invested with the women that's going on with the women in AEW about who's on team AEW and who's on team XWW. I'm interested in that. Like I said, man, and then just the whole deal with Swerve and Lee Moriarty and having them try to be on the show because it's quote unquote Black History Month and all this, and I'm like, you know what, man, I'm like, this is my deal. I'm just ready for Keith Lee to come back. I'm ready whenever Keith Lee comes. Matter of fact, Keith Lee was spotted. He was somewhere. I don't know if he was at a concert or he was at a UFC show, but somebody had caught that man. He looked like he living it up. So we just waiting on Keith Lee to get back. The Firm situation, man, they had such promise because if it wasn't for the Firm, MJF wouldn't be champion right now. And it seems like they had direction, but it just seems like they just doing anything right now with them, man. They just on the show. Like I said, Lee Moriarty, I feel like, man, you had something with him, but I didn't like all the, like I said, man, when it comes to us in wrestling, it just seems like all cats know is these clown stereotypical gimmicks. I mean, the man out here looking like Dennis Rodman with that green hair and all this crazy stuff. I'm like, the young man can wrestle, man. he has some serious potential. But if TK and them would get behind the man, like put him in something that makes sense. Like the Firm stuff was decent at first, but now it's just they just there to be there. Stokely was on fire when he first came through. Now it's like I don't know. That's why I say I gotta check TK. Y'all know me. Like I said, how many times I get on Triple H case when it's concerning us? You think I'm gonna give Tony Khan a pass? You crazy as the best. But I told you I keep it real. I keep it real, man. Ricky is the bright spot. Jay could be done a little bit better, but she's another bright spot. My main man, Will Hobbs, Ricky. I just said Ricky. Swerve. Just like how Hangman is so over. You see what he doing over there, getting into it with Renee and all that stuff. Just like with Jack A. Boy. That's what I'm calling him. I'm calling him Jack A. Boy. He out right now. He filming some kind of show that's resemblance to Jack A. Darby Allin. If TK really wants to get behind and really focus in, don't do no stereotypical. Hey, how the heck can I forget the Acclaim? The Acclaim, prime example. When you get behind us and you take the gloves off and you allow us to go and allow us to do what we do, screw the shucking and jiving. Get the shucking and jiving out the way. We ain't got time for that. Just make it genuine. I want to see us on TV more, yes, and I want to see us in prominent situations. Ricky plus Will Hobbs plus Jay plus Swerve plus, but they could do so much better. The foolishness that we saw on Friday, I was like, shout out to my main man G Nation who actually told me go off on the situation. Yeah, I had to, because I said I didn't see what he was talking about until I actually went and watched the episode. And I said, you know what? Overall, like I said, decent episode, but I just told you the stupid stuff that really didn't make no type of sense on the show. You know, just because, let's just throw some black folk out there. It's Black History. I'm like, no, man, it shouldn't be like that. It should. We shouldn't just be like, it's Black History Month. Let's no. Forget all that. It's all about genuine. Because over in WWE land, they don't give a crap about us. They can claim they do. They don't. Listen, man, how are we gonna try to turn Bobby Lashley into a heel when Brock Lesnar been the one that been screwing that man over left and right, and these fans is getting behind him? That makes absolutely no sense to me. That's stupid. It's so stupid, man. I'm like, that's why I can't. And people want to talk about Carmelo Hayes. Listen, I don't even watch NXT like that. I actually took a chance to watch NXT, and Carmelo Hayes, yeah, he got it, man. He got it, but I just don't. Like I said, I already know, man. I know. I don't trust H&M, man. I can't trust that man when it's concerning our talent. I can't. It's just, let's just throw some black folk on there and black folk gonna go nuts. No. Like I said, Michael seems to be doing a decent job with him right now, but when we get called up to the main roster, you already know it's time to get the shuck and the jiving. It's like, I can't get behind that, man. I can't. I can't. When people say, well, when you behind Kofi? Yes, listen, man. The reason why so many of us got behind Kofi because the man never been in that situation. And sure, yes, he had the buck dance. He kept talking about 11 years. What you think he was doing for 11 years? Yes, he first started off, I thought he was really from Jamaica, but I didn't really check his name. His name is Ghanan. That's a West African name. West Ghanan African name. Kofi. I thought this fool was legit Jamaican. He had me fooled the whole time. I thought he was Jamaican, man. And I actually did like Jamaican Kofi. Jamaican Kofi was actually, he was a boss. He was a legit boss. And I still remember that beef, not the first time, before he won the championship. The first time when him and Randy Orton got into it. They was doing something, but then this man just killed it all. You know. But, like I said, it's the shucking and jiving that destroys our talent. Look at Montez and look at Angelo Dawkins. They are a great tag team. But you saw Montez on Raw. You saw it is. This is what I'm talking about, man. Like I said, I want to get behind the black talent, no matter the promotion. But you already know what's gonna happen. It's like, man, can we be genuine? Why do we have to be bucking the eyes and shucking and jiving and doing all this unnecessary stuff? Now, Swerve got caught up. I didn't know about this. I just seen people talking about it. So, seemed like Swerve was trying to get some from a white girl, and I guess she didn't want to give it up, so he blocked her. Listen, that and then he said some crazy stuff. Listen, man, I Swerve. Why? Just why? That's all I'm gonna say. But man, like I said, right now, my whole thing right now, all together, is I just want my wrestling to make sense. Like I said, I'm just like your average Joe Schmo. I just want my wrestling to make sense. I want to give a care about what the heck I'm seeing, and if I'm not giving a crap, it's like, what's the point of me even bother talking about it? But I got a wrestling channel, and I had to discuss it. And I was supposed to come on here and discuss everything. Like I said, I'm not doing a full review. I'm just giving you an update on my take on everything. And like I said, CM Punk is around the corner. He'll be back. Matter of fact, CM Punk is going to be the reason why the Elite will lose their tag team titles. It's going to happen. Once CM Punk come back, he's going to be the reason why they lose those trios championships. I'm trying to think. I'm not saying nothing about Jeff Jarrett and them on Rampage. The Impractical guys. You know what, man? That was just lame. I'm sorry. I don't watch that show, man. I seen maybe like one episode or two, and this was when the other guy was on there. I get what TK's trying to do, but bro, don't nobody care about that. If you think this is what's gonna get people to tune into your program, no, people gonna turn the trash off. They're gonna turn it off, man. They're not gonna watch. They are not gonna watch, man. It is what it is. They're not gonna tune in. They're not. We want to watch stuff like, you need to put important things on Rampage. Shout out to my main man, Mr. King Mike. He said it. He said that now here's the deal. The most important people are being featured on Rampage. When you think you would put more forth an effort into making cats care about Rampage? I mean, if I put my most important people on Rampage, I'm about to seriously book the mess out this show. I'm not going to be on no bull jive booking. I can't do it, man. I want to grow my audience. People want to talk about it. People be complaining and talk about, AEW done failed. They lost 200. But look, check this out. Look at Raw. Raw was 2.6 when Roman and Sami Zayn was on the show. Neither one of them show up, and Cody Rhodes only gave you 1.86. Let that sink in. That just shows you who the real draw is. Okay? So I don't want to talk about this. People always want to compare ratings and all this stuff. Listen, it's about what are you presenting. If what you are presenting is awesome, I'm going to watch regardless. You got to get the casuals, because see, that's what it's really about. It's not just about the hardcore, because see, Tony Khan got us. He got all of us hardcore heads. We're going to watch regardless. We're going to tune in. Same thing with WWE. They got the hardcore folk. It's those casuals. It's the ones those are people that you really want. This is how you build your audience. You want to go out there and get a brand new set of people who probably know about it, but they like, I'm not finna continue to watch this weekly because what I'm seeing is not impressing. It's just some cats getting in the ring wrestling all day. That's not what does it. It's about giving important something that they can grab, they claw their hands into. That is the whole point. And then, like I said, when cats get on here, you got to your storyline has to be very important. That's why I say going into Revolution, we need to set up. If there's gonna be 10 matches on the show, we need to get 10 matches that make sense. We already got one, and we about to have two, because the tag team titles, they definitely gonna do a rematch. We already know that, but we definitely need to have, like I say, whoever going on the show. Oh, my bad, 3. Ricky and Jericho, so that's about 3 matches right there. So the rest of the show got to get filled up. We only got let's see, hold on, let me take a look at this right quick. Excuse me, y'all. So Revolution is the fifth, right? So this is where we at. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 episodes of television. 6 episodes. 3 of Dynamite, 3 of Rampage. To get this whole card filled up for cats to fork out dang near $50. You got to get cats to care, ladies and gentlemen. Tony Khan, you got some work to do. Now listen, I thought Dynamite was a smash. I thought it was great, but that's just me. It's other folk that probably thought Dynamite was trash, just like they probably thought Rampage was garbage. The name of the game is you got to get cats to care. That is, I say this all the time. I say this all the time. Dynamite was outstanding. Rampage was decent, but there was still some stupid stuff on there that didn't make no type of sense. And and even though I'm saying this, I still thought that the promo work that was on Rampage was superb to what I saw on SmackDown. And the whole Sami Zayn situation, him and Jay, I'm telling y'all, man, regardless of what happens, I'm not gonna root against. I can't root for or root against because I'm cool with both of them. I'm cool with Jay and I'm cool with Sami. And I'm supposed to get ready for them to have beef so that Kevin Owens and Sami can take the tag team titles off of them at WrestleMania. And that's supposed to be a climatic ending that we supposed to be like, oh, this is great. No. No. And then we got to settle for less for Cody Rhodes and Roman. Listen, man, I'm good. I'm good, ladies and gentlemen. I really ain't got nothing else to say, man. Like I said, I apologize, but like I said, I'll be out handling the business. I'll be out here on these streets, driving all up over the place doing it. And I'm not drug dealer, ladies and gentlemen. People want to say, when I say I'm on the streets, I'm talking about I'm on the highways and byways doing what I do. I do ride shit, okay? But I'm never home. Like I said, I'm home, but I'm not. So like I said, so a lot of times I don't watch the show live. If I watch the show live, more than likely you're going to have the reviews right away. But a lot of times I just be tired. I get home, I'm like, man, and then I'll be like, oh, snap, I didn't do a recording. I didn't do a video. And I know cats want to know. Cats like, what's up? What's your take on everything? So what's going on? This is it, man. This is my honest take. I'm honest as I can be, telling you the bullfish truth about how I feel about everything moving forward. We're on the road to Revolution, and we're on the road to the Elimination Chamber. Elimination Chamber's card is practically set up, and it's really nothing on the show I actually care about, because we know it's a foregone conclusion. Maybe the women's Elimination Chamber to see who Bianca gonna go against, but Edge and Beth they going against Rhea and Finn Balor. Trying to think who else on the card. I got to take a look at the card. Look, when I look after SmackDown, I give you a prediction video on who I got winning. But it's like everything's just a foregone conclusion. And once again, cats got to go to the crib and lose. I'm like, man, it's a joke. It is a sad joke. But hey, this is what the fans want. This is what Triple H and them can call themselves, trying to tell us an epic story that's quote unquote supposed to be great, and we're supposed to be like, oh, this is excellent. No, it's not. It ain't. Listen, man, y'all hit the comment section up. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. Hit the like button. I'll talk to y'all cats next week. And it's on. Hey, if you're looking at the big game today, tell me who you got winning. Listen, I've been back and forth on this whole thing, because if y'all know how the script goes, the script normally goes, if you wear the home jersey team finds the most dumbest way to lose, or the referees purposely screw them over. But they get no calls, and then they get all the calls against them. So Eagles are wearing the home jersey. My homeboy and them is wearing the white. So it's almost like they say congratulations to Kansas City. However, I just want to see the Eagles win. I could be wrong with two less shoes and Mahomes and them get it done. But we'll see. Because at the end of the day, it's all scripted. It's all wrestling at the end of the day. I'll talk to y'all cats later. Holla at your boy.